Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham.
Om Jai Nithyananda, Swami Jai Jai Nithyananda, Lokanath Sthita Kasho Bhagavan, Kali Kalmashamagdana Nithya Uttarana Chikishaya, Swami Om Jai Nithyananda. Om Jai Nithyananda, Swami Jai Jai Nithyananda. Om Jai Nithyananda.
Nithyananda. Today, we request all the Pada Puja participants and everyone else who is participating in this puja, physically here and online, to declare the following with integrity and authenticity. If you agree to this, please say yes loudly. I authentically cognize, which is internally processed, understand and declare the truth that the cosmic energy exists. Yes. I authentically cognize, which is internally processed, understand and declare the truth that Swamiji, Nithyanandeshwar Paramashiva and Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti, the Guru Padukas and the Atmalinga are the Chinmaya Vigrahas, the embodiment and representation of that very cosmic energy. Yes. I authentically cognize, which is internally processed, understand and declare the truth that whatever I offer during the Pratyaksha Pada Puja and the Paramashiva Puja to Swamiji, to Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva and Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti will reach the cosmic source of energy directly. Yes. I authentically cognize, which is internally processed, understand and declare the truth of Soham Asmi, that even when I worship, I am Him. Yes. Let us now enter into the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. The first is the Sadguru Vandanam. Now, please take some flowers in your hands, close your eyes and offer the flowers at the lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji at the end of the mantra. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadusham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. The next is the Guru Parampara Vandanam. Now, please take some flowers in your hands and offer it at the lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji at the end of the mantra. Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Samarambam Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. The next is the Arunagiri Yogeshwara Vandanam. Now, please take some flowers in your hands, close your eyes and offer the flowers at the divine feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji at the end of the mantra. Lalate Tripundri Nitilakrita Kasturi Tilakaha Spuranmala Dhara Spurita Katikaupi Navasanaha Dadano Dustaram Shirashipani Rajam Shashikalam Pradipa Sarvesha Marunagiri Yogi Vijayate. The next is the Tattvachmanam, the ritualistic cleansing of the mouth. Now, keeping your right hand like a cow's ear in Gokarna Mudra, pour 1 uddarani of water from the Panchapatram, and while chanting each of the following mantras internally, drink the water that flows to the base of the palm. Om Atma Tattvam Shodayami Swada. Om Vidya Tattvam Shodayami Swada. Om Shiva Tattvam Shodayami Swada. Wash your hands. Now while chanting the following mantra internally, wipe the upper and lower lips twice using the base of the right hand thumb, moving the hand from right to left of the lips. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. wash your right hand in the water in the Panchapatram. With the tips of the right hand index, middle and ring finger touch above the upper lips and below the lower lips. With the tips of the right hand index finger and thumb joined together, touch the right nostril, left nostril. With the tips of the right hand index finger and thumb joined together, gently touch your right eye, your left eye, your right ear, and your left ear. Wash your right hand in the water in the Panchapatram. With the base of the right hand thumb and little finger, touch the navel, your right chest, and your left chest. With the right hand fingertips together, touch the top of your head, the right shoulder, your left shoulder, and the heart center. The next is the Shukla Bharadhanam. Now, keeping the Akshata, turmeric rice, in your right hand, clench your hands and tap the side of your forehead 5 times, visualizing that the nectar in the Shushumna Nadi is reaching the Mahaganapati in the Mooladhara Chakra, and the nectar oozing through the head is drenching your hands.
शुक्लां वरदरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तयेत्.
The next is a pranayama. Continue to keep the akshata in your right hand. Now open only the little finger, ring finger, and the thumb. During the pranayama, use the thumb to close the right nostril and the ring and the little finger to close left nostril. Closing the right nostril, inhale slowly through the left nostril. Once you've inhaled fully, close both the nostrils and hold the breath inside as long as possible. Exhale through the right nostril alone very slowly. During this inhalation, retention and exhalation, chant the following mantras 3 times internally.
ओम होम ईशानमूर्धाय नमः, ओम ह्रीं तत्पुरुषवक्त्राय नमः, ओम हघोरहृदयाय नमः, ओम ह्रीं वामदेव गुह्याय नमः, ओम हम सत्यजातमूर्तये नमः, ओम हां हृदयाय नमः, ओम ह्रीं शिरसे नमः, ओम हुं शिखायै नमः, ओम ह्रीं कवचाय नमः, ओम हम नेत्रेभ्यो नमः, ओम अस्त्राय नमः, ओम होम ईशानमूर्धाय नमः, ओम ह्रीं तत्पुरुषवक्त्राय नमः, ओम हघोरहृदयाय नमः, ओम वामदेव गुह्याय नमः, ओम ह्रीं सत्यजातमूर्तये नमः, ओम हां हृदयाय नमः, ओम ह्रीं शिरसे नमः, ओम शिखाय नमः, ओम ह्रीं कवचाय नमः, ओम नेत्रेभ्यो नमः, ओम अस्त्राय नमः, ओम होम ईशानमूर्धाय नमः, ओम ह्रीं तत्पुरुषवक्त्राय नमः, ओम हघोरहृदयाय नमः, ओम ह्रीं वामदेव गुह्याय नमः, ओम हम सत्यजातमूर्तये नमः, ओम हां हृदयाय नमः, ओम ह्रीं शिरसे नमः, ओम हम शिखाय नमः, ओम ह्रीं कवचाय नमः, ओम नेत्रेभ्यो नमः, ओम अस्त्राय नमः.
The next is a sankalpa, the conscious resolution. Now, keeping the akshata, the turmeric rice, in your left palm, close with your right palm. Keep both the hands on the right thigh and offer it at the sacred feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji at the end of the mantra. Mamopata samasta duritakshaya dwara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartam Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartam Cha Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanah Vidya Paradhe Shri Shvetavaraha Kalpe Vaivasvataman Mantare Ashtavimshatitame Nitya Yuge Pratame Phade Jambo Dvipe Bharata Varshe Bharadakhande Meroho Dakshine Pashve Shakabde Asmin Vartamane Vyavaharike Prabhavadinam Satsyaha Samvatsaranam Madhye Vikarinam Samvatsare Uttarayane Shri Lakshmi Venkateshwara Rito Danu Mase Shukla Pakshe Chaturdashyam Shubhadito Guruvar Sarayuktayam Migashisha Nakshatra Brahma Yoga Karaja Karana Evam Guna Visheshana Vishishtayam Asyam Shubhadito Shri Kaila Sonada Dwada Shanta Shamala Pita Rudha Shri Meenakshi Sundareshwara Binna Swarupa Parashiva Putra Ratna Kumara Gurumanya Tulyavatara Shri Parvati Stanyapana Labda Divya Jnana Vishruta Sakala Nigama Gamasara Bhuta Dravida Veda Pravaktre Srimad Paramashiva Karuna Samadigata Mukta Maya Chaturashayana Giyamana Chatra Chamara Shri Chinha Kahaladi Samasta Birada Valyalankrita Jnana Vijnana Chakravarti Sarvajana Sangha Sadyo Nirvana Diksha Vayapa Varga Varsha Vishrana Jimuta Paramata Kalabakesari Shaiva Siddhanta Sthapanacharya श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु शपन शाक्यादि महातकार निर्वार ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणा नरहार ध्वजो छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद ऋषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कत्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामी नाम अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तर दुष्टतम गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदि अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदि पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ ध्यान पीठ मत गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर दुशततम गुरु महासन्निधान साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्री रामचंद्र सूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि सांप्रदाय प्रवर्तक अनुधर्म शासन सूर्य वंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूदाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि महानिर्वाणी पीठस्य अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर अटल पीठस्य अष्टोत्तर सहस्रतम अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग पुरस्वर्ण पीठस्य त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्त्रे श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थं तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेमस्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं समस्त दुरितोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्त मंगलावाप्यर्थं भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूत श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूप भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रत्यक्ष पाद पूजां करिष्ये. Wash your hands with a drop of water in the Panchapatram while chanting the following mantra. Om Apopasprisya. The next is the Gantanada. Now ring the bell loudly with your left hand, holding it firmly over your heart level as the mantra is chanted.
Om Agamatantu Devanam Gamanatantu Rakshasam Gantanadam Karo Jnato Devata Hvanalanchanam Ganta Devatabhyo Namaha.
The next offering is the Manasa Puja, the internal worship. Now, please take some flowers in your hands, close your eyes and visualize that Swamiji is seated on a white lotus in your Anandagandha. Placing your hand in front of the Anandagandha in Kurma Mudra, offer the flowers at the divine feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji at the end of the mantra.
Om Hritpadmamasanam Dadyat Sahasrarachitamritaihi Padyam Charanayo Dadyat Manastu Argyam Nivedayet Tena Amritena Achamaniyam Snaniyam Tena Chashmritam Akashatattvam Vasram Syat Gandhasyat Gandhatatvakam Chittam Prakalpayet Pushpam Dupam Pranan Prakalpayet Tejastattvam Cha Deepartam Naivedyam Syat Sudam Buddhihi Anahatattva Nirghanta Vayutattvam Cha Chamaram Sahasraram Bhavet Chatram Shabdhatattvam Cha Geetakam Nrityam Indriya Karmani Chanchalyam Manasastada Sumekalam Tadmamalam Pushpam Nana Vidam Tada Amayadyair Bhava Pushpaihi Archayed Bhava Gocharam Amayam Anahankaram अरागम अमदम तथा अमोहगम अधम पंच अद्वेषाक्षौबकौ तथा अमात्सर्यम् अलोभम् च दश पुष्पम् द्विदुर्बुधाः अहिंसा परमम् पुष्पम् पुष्पमिन्द्रिय निग्रहः दया पुष्पम् क्षमा पुष्पम् ज्ञान पुष्पम् च पंचमम् इति पंचदशैर्भावपुष्पैः सम्पूजयेत् भगवन्तम् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवम्.
The next is the Upachara Puja, the external worship. The first offering is Asanam, the offering of the sacred seat. Now, please take some flowers and akshata, the turmeric rice, in your hands and offer it at the divine lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji along with the mantra. Asanam Om Sarvabhutantarastaya Sarvabhutantaratmane Kalpayami Paveshartam Asanam Te Namo Namaha Om Hrim Idam Suvarnasanam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. The next offering is Swagatam, the welcoming of the Master. Now, please take some flowers and offer it at the divine feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji along with the mantra.
Swagatam Om Shantatvat Sarvakartritvat Bhavot Paritikaranat Shivayukto Mahatantra Mantra Vibhis Sada Shivaha Tasmai Shivaya Gurave Vitaraga Kalaya Vai Ameyatvat Anantoyam Adatva Cha Prakirtitaha Yasya Darshanamichanti Deva Swabhishta Siddhayet Tasmai Te Parameshana Swagatam Swagatam Prabhu Adhya Me Sapalam Janma Jeevanam Sapala Kriyaha Swagatam Yatvaya Tanme Tapasam Palamagatam Om Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupa Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Swagatam Suswagatam Te.
The next offering is Padyam, the offering of water for washing the feet of the Guru. Now, please take an udrini of water in your hands and offer it at the divine lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji along with the mantra.
Padyam Om Yad Bhakti Lesa Sampadkat Paramananda Samplavaha Tasmai Te Parameshana Padyam Shuddhaya Kalpaye Om Hrim Etat Padyam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha.
The next offering is Arghya, the offering of the traditional bouquet. Now, take the conch in your hands and offer the Arghya at the sacred feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji along with the mantra. Arghya Om Durvakshata Samayuktam Bhilva Patram Tataparam Shobhanam Shankapatrastam Grihanargam Maheshwara Om Hrim Esho Arghyaha Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Swaha. The next offering is Achamaniyam, the offering of water for mouthwash. Now, please take an udrini of water in your hands and offer it at the divine lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji along with the mantra.
Achamaniyam Om Mandakinyastu Yadvari Sarva Papaharam Shubham Grahanachamaniyam Tvam Maya Bhaktya Niveditam Om Hrim Idam Achamaniyodakam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Swadha.
The next offering is Madhuparka, the offering of honey sweetened milk. Now, please take the Madhuparka in your hands and offer it at the lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji along with the mantra.
मधुपर्कः ॐ सर्वकल्मषनाशाय परिपूर्णशुद्धात्मकं मधुपर्कमिमं देव कल्पयामि प्रसीद मे ॐ ह्रीं एष मधुपर्कः सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय स्वधा.
The next offering is Gandhatailam, the offering of the scented oil. Now, please take the Gandhatailam, the scented oil, in your hands and offer it at the sacred feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji along with the mantra.
Gandhatailam Om Sneham Grahana Snehena Lokanam Hitakaraka सर्वलोकेषु शुद्धस्त्वं दधामि स्नेहमुत्तमम् ॐ ह्रीं इदं गन्धतैलं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय निवेदयामि.
The next offering is Snaniyam, the offering of the sacred bath. Now, please take an uddirini of water and offer it at the sacred feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji along with the mantra. And please ring the bell as you do so.
Snaniyam Om Idam Shushitalam Vari Swacham Shuddham Manoharam Snanatham Te Maya Bhaktya Kalpitam Pratigrishyataam Om Hrim Idam Snaniyodakam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Nivedayami.
The next offering is Vastram, the offering of the divine clothes. Now, please take the Vastram and offer it at the lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji at the end of the mantra.
Vastram Om Maya Chitrapatha Channa Niraguhyoru Tejase Niravarana Vijnaya Vasaste Kalpayamyaham Om Hrim Idam Vastottariyam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Nivedayami.
The next offering is Abharanam, the offering of the sacred jewelry. Now, please take the Abharanam, the sacred jewelry, in your hands and offer it at the lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji at the end of the mantra.
Abharanam Om Swabhava Sundarangaya Nana Shaktyashrayayate Suvarnam Bhushanam Tubhyam Kalpayami Prasidame Om Hrim Idam Suvarnabharanam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Nivedayami.
The next offering is Gandha, the offering of fragrant sandalwood paste. Now, please take the sandalwood paste in your hands and offer it at the lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji along with the mantra.
Gandhaha Om Shariram Te Na Janami Jeshtam Naiva Cha Naiva Cha Maya Niveditan Gandhan Pradigrihya Vilipyatam Om Hrim Esha Gandhaha Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha.
The next offering is Pushpam, the offering of flowers. Now, please take some flowers smeared with sandalwood paste in your hands and offer it at the lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji along with the mantra.
पुष्पम् ॐ तुरीयवनसम्पन्नम् नानागुणमनोहरम् आनन्दसौरभम् पुष्पम् गृह्यतामिदमुत्तमम् ॐ ह्रीं एतानि सचन्दनपुष्पाणि सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय वौषटे.
The next offering is Bilva Patram, the offering of Bilva leaves. Now, please take some Bilva leaves smeared with sandalwood paste in your hands and offer it at the lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji along with the mantra.
बिल्वपत्रम् ॐ अमृतोद्भवम् श्रीवृक्षम् शङ्करस्य सदा प्रियम् बिल्वपत्रम् प्रयच्छामि पवित्रम् ते सुरेश्वर ॐ ह्रीं एतानि सचन्दनबिल्वपत्राणि सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय वौषटे.
The next offering is Tulsi Patram, the offering of Tulsi leaves. Now, please take the Tulsi leaves smeared with sandalwood paste in your hands and offer it at the divine lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji along with the mantra.
तुलसी पत्रम् ॐ नमस्ते बहुरूपाय वरदमूर्तये परमात्मने स्वाहा ॐ ह्रीं इदं सचन्दन तुलसी पत्रम् सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः.
The next offering is Dhupa, the offering of incense. Now, please take the lit incense sticks in your hands and slowly wave it towards the lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji along with the mantra, and please ring the bell as you do so.
धूपः ॐ वनस्पतिरशो दिव्यो गन्धाढ्यस्सु मनोहरः आग्रेयः सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम् ॐ ह्रीं एष धूपः सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः.
The next offering is Deepa, the offering of light. Now, please take the lit lamp in your hands and slowly wave it towards the lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji along with the mantra, and please ring the bell as you do so.
दीपः ॐ सुप्रकाशो महादीपः सर्वतस्तिमिरापहः सबाह्याभ्यन्तरज्योतिर्दीपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम् ॐ ह्रीं एष दीपः सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः.
The next offering is Naivedyam, the offering of the sacred food. Now, take an udrini of water and hover it clockwise over the Naivedyam, and while chanting the mantra, please ring the bell.
नैवेद्यम् ॐ नैवेद्यम् विविधम् देव शर्करादिविनिर्मितम् मया निवेदितम् भक्त्या गृहाण परमेश्वर ॐ ह्रीं इदम् सोपकर्णनैवेद्यम् सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय निवेदयामि.
The next offering is Paniyam, the offering of pure drinking water. Now, please take an udrini of water in your hands and offer it at the lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji at the end of the mantra.
पानीयम् ॐ समस्तदेवदेवेश सर्वतृप्तिकरं परम् अखण्डानन्दसम्पूर्णं ग्रहाणजलमुत्तमम् ॐ ह्रीं इदं पानार्थोदकं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः.
The next offering is Punarachmaniyam, the offering of water for cleaning. Now, please take an udrini of water and offer it at the lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji at the end of the mantra.
पुनराचमनीयम् ॐ उत्तिष्ठमप्यशुचिर्वा यस्य स्मरणमात्रतः शुद्धिमाप्नोति तस्मै ते पुनराचमनीयकम् ॐ ह्रीं इदं पुनराचमनीयोदकम् सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय स्वाहा.
The next offering is the Aratrikam, the offering of the Arti. Now, please take the lit camphor in your hands and slowly wave it towards the lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji along with the mantra. And please ring the bell as you do so.
आरात्रिकम् ॐ ह्रीं एषा दीपमाला सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः. ॐ राजाधिराजाय प्रसह्य साहिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे समे कामाङ्काकमाह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वै श्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः. कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि. आरात्रिकं समर्पयामि भगवत् श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव चरणकमलेभ्यो नमः.
Next offering is Pushpanjali, the offering of fragrant flowers. Now, please take a few flowers in your hands and close your palms in Anjali Mudra in front of your heart center. Close your eyes and offer the flowers at the divine lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji at the end of the mantra.
पुष्पाञ्जलिः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. अनेकजन्म सम्प्राप्त कर्मबन्धविदाहिने आत्मज्ञानप्रदानेन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. मन्नाथ श्री जगन्नाथो मद्गुरुः श्री जगद्गुरुः ममात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. నిత్యానందం పరమసుఖదం కేవలం జ్ఞానమూర్తిం ద్వంద్వాతీతం గగనసదృశం తత్వమస్యాదిలక్ష్యం ఏకం నిత్యం విమలమచలం సర్వదీ సాక్షిభూతం భావాతీతం త్రిగుణరహితం సద్గురుం తం నమామి పుష్పాంజలిం సమర్పయామి భగవత్శ్రీ నిత్యానంద పరమశివ చరణ కమలేభ్యో నమః. ఓం నిత్యానందం.
स्वामी जय जय नित्यानन्दम् ॐ जय नित्यानन्दा स्वामी जय जय नित्यानन्दा लोकनाथ स्थिराकाशो भगवान् कलिकल्मषमग्नानां नित्या उत्तारणचिकीर्षया स्वामी ॐ जय
नित्यानंद स्वामी की जय।
I bless you all. Let you all open all your Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतम् अवातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nithyanandam, a very warm welcome to all the viewers, those who are watching us live through Nithyananda TV, Kailasa TV, Hinduism Now TV, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and through Enlighten app. Once again, a very warm welcome to all of you. as we are here once again to share multiple things with all of you. Powerful cognitions that Swamiji has shared, a tremendous, immense amount of hard work which Swamiji has done, the contribution which Swamiji has done, the way Swamiji has changed all of our lives, the transformation, and of course, the ongoing persecution. Today also we have a lot to share with all of you, but before we could start, first I would request all the viewers to share this live stream so that whatever we are going to share, that should reach to maximum people so that everybody can get enriched. So I just want to give you few seconds, a few minutes, just to take a minute. Quickly click on share, pick up your device, click on share. Whether you are watching us on Facebook, Twitter or YouTube, must share with your friends and family, and don't forget to like and subscribe also. With that, enriching what you like it, what you are watching, because you have understood that there is something which is enriching you. And that same thing, if you pass it on to others, that will multiply and all the punya will come to you. So let us enrich ourselves and others by sharing this live stream. So as Swamiji shared yesterday, that one thing which very specifically Swamiji said, it doesn't matter what you really feel about you, about your life. What is the perception you are having? That doesn't matter. Instead, it matters what you want to cognize about yourself. It has a very subtle difference which we need to understand. One perception which we already carry about ourselves, which brings a lot of hatred, which brings a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, fear, which causes the fear of death. If we continue to keep this cognition, this perception which we think about ourselves, life will never change. Will we continue doing that? Swamiji said that fear brings powerlessness in us. And that powerlessness will never allow you to change the future. No wonder how much ever you wanted to change your future, unless you have completed your past, you will never be able to move ahead. You will only recreate your past as the future. But if we have to completely make a new future, it is very important to have a right cognition about yourself. What you want to cognize about yourself, it's very important. Swamiji said that 1 minute when you take a powerful cognition, 1 minute when you have any conscious, powerful cognition, it's extremely powerful over 23 hours, 59 minutes of the powerless cognitions. So all we have to understand is, if we have that one powerful cognition of I am Paramashivam, that's the highest image, that's the highest cognition which we all can have. When you have this cognition, this one confident, one strong, conscious decision which you take in a minute is enough, and is enough for, you don't need to bother about what you have thought in that 23 hours, 59 minutes. It's going to be so powerful that it's going to change your life. With that cognition, I can say today around the world, all the devotees, all the disciples have experienced this at certain point of time in our life since we have met Swamiji. The cognition of I am Paramashivam. Swamiji has literally, physically has given this as an experience to all of us. that how Paramashiva is manifesting through all of this. So it's very important to cognize powerfully about ourselves. We need to complete with our old identity which we feel, the perceptions which we have about ourselves. It's a very powerful technique through which we can recreate our own identity, which is the highest form, highest identity which we can create as that I am Paramashiva. By having one strong conscious decision. And as Swamiji has done this to all the devotees and disciples, today we are having one of our dear devotee to share something like that, where multiple times she has experienced the physically how Paramashiva has manifested through her. Lots of miraculous experiences which Swamiji has given. The way Swamiji has transformed her life. So let us all hear from her. But before, I would like to invite Nithya Bhaktikananda Swami. And today we are having Ma Yanatmananda Swami as well in the panel, and Ma Priyeshananda. So I would like to hand over to Ma Bhaktikananda Swami to introduce. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma. So we welcome on the panel Nithya Priyeshananda from Chennai, a long-time devotee of Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, our beloved Swamiji. Before that, if you remember in yesterday's Satsang, after explaining the importance of having a powerful cognition about yourself, that I am Paramashiva, Swamiji also led us into a technique where you sit in front of the mirror and you apply the Jnananjana, the sacred Aushadha, on your Ajna chakra, as well as on the Ajna of your reflection on the mirror. And you sit and gaze at the mirror with a powerful cognition, and you will see that your reflection in the mirror disappears, or instead of that, you have a darshan of your favorite deity or your guru on the mirror. And that is a signal to you that your old identity is wiped off. So this is a very powerful technique which Swamiji told us to practice, and so many devotees from around the world have practiced this so diligently, and they posted on social media in their own profiles how they had darshan of their favorite deities, how they had darshan of Swamiji himself, who's their guru, and how many of them saw their form disappearing from the mirror. So following the words of the Guru Vak, because it is coming from the source, it is not just a teaching or a preaching or a sermon, it is directly a word from the source. When an incarnation utters any word, it is directly from the source. That is why the glorious guru-disciple relationship existed in Vedic India, where the disciples lived around the guru, and every word he uttered was experimented with, and they realized the ultimate enlightenment itself. And that is how we existed as a global civilization, through the guru-disciple tradition. So here we have with us Nithya Priyeshananda, who so diligently applies every technique that Swamiji delivers in everyday morning satsang to us, and experiments with it in her own life, and she's an amazing power manifester today. Her lifestyle itself is through power manifestation. Without further delay, I would like to hand over the mic to her because she has too much to share. Nithya Priyeshananda, welcome to Nithyananda TV, Ma. It is our delight to have you on the panel today. You have amazing happenings in your life through power manifestation and through applying Swamiji's teachings. So we request you to kindly go ahead and share it with the viewers.
Thank you, Ma. Nithyananda.
Nithyanandam.
Oh, Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Yes, Ma. So, it's a...
Nithyananda, I'm not able to see your video.
Oh,
Yes, go ahead.
now is it okay?
Yes.
So it's such a beautiful privilege to be here, to be sharing all my life events. Before I go on to share my healings that have happened to my family members in the past few years, I would like to share a small bit of happening that just happened while I went around the park for a walk. So I was contemplating on yesterday's Satsang, where Swamiji said, if you have an expansive inner space to accommodate that love and integrity, and have the Paramashiva's inner space to accommodate everything that exists. This statement was going through. I woke up as early as 2 a.m. and I had that the sleep was like, actually literally I was sleeping and walking. I couldn't wake up from the sleep. But when the statement was, I was going through the statement, suddenly I had a kundalini gush from inside and it just took over my whole body. And the sleep, I don't know where it went. I felt fully awake. And not only that, I mean, it was like a very beautiful experience. I walked past everybody in a speed that, nobody can actually even keep pace with me. So it was that kind of speed. I really felt that this was a very enriching experience today morning after yesterday's imbibing and living yesterday's satsang powerful cognition. That's one thing I wanted to share. And the next thing is that in the past, my mother, how she recovered from various surgeries, and my dad, who was in the deathbed, yet BP went low, and how he recovered, and my son. So these three experiences I'm going to share now. My mother, it was around 2008. So we went to Anandeshwara temple, and Swamiji was sitting on that, Anandeshwara temple's pillar thing, So he was actually throwing the basma into everybody's hand who was queued up. So my mother was queued up, and behind her, I was also standing there. My mother had underwent a surgery 1 year ago to this, 1 year prior to this darshan. So she underwent a surgery for Hiranya. But she had a pain after 1 year, a very cruciating pain, where she consulted the doctor and she went for a scanning process, and they said that the stitches were outside. The stitches hadn't been stitched properly, so something was like actually coming out. So after this, she wanted to take Swamiji's healing. So when we were queued up in the line, she had this prarthana on her mind deeply. So when she neared that, she asked Swamiji that I want a blessing, that I don't want to go through another surgery, because the doctor advises me another surgery to remove the stitches. So Swamiji said, Nadakattum, and then he threw the basma into her palm. She received that, and when the basma touched her, I saw her whole body, how she was bubbling with that excitement and joy. She was like raving and ranting about Swamiji to everybody around, saying that Swamiji said no more surgery, nothing, so I don't have to go through the surgery. So she was pretty scared. She was going through. She had to go through that surgery, ma. But after this event, when Swamiji, that basma even touched her, and she didn't even put it on her forehead. But the following week, when we had to go for a scan, the doctor said something. I don't think anything is actually happening. There's no stitches. Nothing is there. So actually, there was no need or necessity for her to go through the next surgery at all. This was a big miracle that happened in the hospital. She gave this as a reminiscence. She shared this everywhere. She was around her colony, and she started heavily healing people around. People had asthma, TB, and all that coming to her. They were like cured. They also shared later. So all these healing experiences she had, miracle. And the next miracle was she had a brain aneurysm around 2017. We were at Bangalore and admitted at Asia Pacific Hospital. She was almost going through that, life and death threatening situation. So at that time, her body, she had a very deep pain, and she had fits also, and she fainted off. That's when we got her admitted into the hospital. So doctor said the blood is oozing out from the brain. There's very less likely no chances for her to survive this. So when like I put a message, all I did was put a message to Swamiji, and I knew very clearly, categorically, I know that if Swamiji responds with a thumbs up, she is going to be saved. Only this powerful cognition I had. And I think she went through the surgery, everything. And after, the doctor came and all that, we checked up, and doctor said she's perfectly safe, all that. So she survived the surgery. Not only that, after the surgery, her IQ increased, her coherence increased, her fluency increased, and the way she was relating with the world was completely different. And she became more healthy, her headaches stopped, and she's enriching people, she's doing yoga. Now my father's left the body, she's still a well persistent woman, so strong in her body. So this can't be happening without master's interference and intervention into her life. So it is like through I thank master for that. And though she realizes or she doesn't realize, the world must know that she has had her life. She is still surviving so beautifully just because of Swamiji's grace and blessings and physical presence in her life. Even if she, accept or no, whatever. But my whole family thrives because of Swamiji's grace and blessings. This is one miracle. The next miracle is my father. He passed away by Swamiji's blessings on September 21st. So prior to this, he's had a couple of, faint and all that, and he was taken to a hospital. And there at the ICU, his BP was going up and down crazily. So we had very less chances of him to survive. So at that time also, 2 days I think, he was hospitalized, and we were constantly checking with the duty doctors and big doctors. They all said that, they all kept saying that we can't say anything now, we can't judge the situation. And one doctor says that, coolly says that, very less likely chances, all that. So I put again a message to Swamiji that why can't I enjoy my father's lifespan longer than this? I don't want my father to leave now. I want to have his presence in my life a little longer. You are my, you are my cosmic father, and he's my biological father. I want him. Please go enter into his body and sit upright, Swamiji. This is the message I put in his inbox. I think after I put this inbox message, he replied with a thumbs up and blessings. 1 hour later, I had a call from the hospital. I asked them for the status. They said he's sitting upright.
Wow.
And he sat upright. I asked him, what about the BP? They said it's it's in the way of coming to normal. It's like we never expected this to happen, but it has happened. We are all happy about that, and you also, I congratulate you for that. It has come up. And the incident repeated another time. Again, I put that message to Swamiji and Sangha also on the healing group. Everybody blessed. Again, the same thing repeated itself. So my father was about to, leave the body, but again, I asked him, what do you want? Do you want to stay in the body or you want to leave? He said, I want to stay in the body. I have some duties. Okay, upon his own decision and will. So I said, you have the will, right? Then I'll do one thing. I'll manifest your life. I'll ask my Swamiji. And then he didn't say anything. He was just quiet. Then I asked Swamiji in the inbox again that he's going through such things. Swamiji said, I'll take care. That's all, ma. Whatever he went through for that last 1 week in the hospital, since we admitted this time in SIMS. So whatever he went through, that 1 week of trauma never happened after that. There was no trace of the trauma. This happened even in the case of my mother, even in the case of my father. It's like Swamiji entered their body and made it work again, rejuvenated the whole body, and it was a fresh system. no doubt that he had gone through that lung fibrosis, so he was on respirators and cylinder, oxygen tubes, and all that were there. No doubt about that. But still, he came out healthy, speaking to us well, no pain indications, nothing. So it was a clear medical miracle that I faced with my father. This is as far as my mother and father. Next is, I have gone through too many. That is too big list to concise it and fit in this.
One thing, yeah.
I know. So there's my son. Janatma Swami knows how much I have gone through with my son. So since 2011, it was like his behavior was like cranky. So much we had to go through. Undefined, not knowing what to do. No sense of direction, all lost. What we can do? We didn't have any clue as to what we can do. We went to Nimans, admitted him. Shekhar Sheshadri admitted him, and then we attended to him. All that happened. So many medical interventions and psychotic drugs also. All that happened, but not taken to Swamiji. Only after 8 years, I kept messaging to Swamiji. I kept messaging to Sangha for his illness, recovery and all that. But until 2017, I had not taken them to Swamiji. Once or twice he might have come. But 2017, I stepped into Adinam and I asked Swamiji that, even prior to that, I had asked in a private program, I asked Swamiji that I want my son's cure. He said, bring your son, I will heal him. So I took him to Swamiji, then he said, he put his thumb on his ajna and said, I have awakened his third eye, he will start healing inside. That was the only one word he received, my son received. Ever since then, there has been a big breakthrough, unimaginable breakthrough in his life. Now he is something else. He didn't make I tell you, it is a recorded thing. I have so many testimonials to prove that he has not made an eye contact before that. To get an eye contact out of him is such a tough thing. To get him to talk to us is such a tough thing. And to even make him respond to us for, do you need food? Are you hungry? To get an answer out of him, we need to ask him minimum of 20 times. Even then, the response would be an unrelated response. Not anything.
What was the name of the doctors? What did the doctors diagnose it as, Ma? What was the name given to the condition?
Yeah, it was pervasive development disorder was the diagnosis. But they gave him drugs for anti-schizo and all that, and anti-anxiety also. He had anxiety issues also by then. So in that anxiety disorders, he used to kick me around and all that. So much he had gone through so much, and myself and his father has gone through so much with him for the 8 years. So that's the one reason I can't step out of the house. Anywhere I go, that he would go enter into the person's the house's bathroom, restroom, and he would not come out until we leave the home. This is the scenario which I faced for 8 years, 7 years or something. So I never stepped out of the house. Literally, even if I had to step out, even for this Kumbh Mela and IA and Paramashivoham, I brought my parent here and begged them in. A lot of things went into it, and I brought them home. They, helped me. I'm in gratitude for their help for that. So that is why I was able to get master's powers. So much of powers now radiating into me is all because of still, people, in spite of so many differences, they helped me have master's darshans, initiations and powers and everything. So what happened was Swamiji put that hand, and then after initiation, now he's able to, the 10 improvements there are the endless, the improvements and the transformations my son is going through is endless. To list a few, he's now able to establish clear eye contacts with anybody he sees. Not only that, his response is like, Akshay, immediately, see that voice is coming out, come here. So when I call him Akshay, he just says, like that. That response was never there prior to meeting Swamiji. Just say a hello. Come this way. Hello. Say hello and come this way. So this is what he is grown so beautifully and blossomed really well, because of Swamiji's grace. And Yeah, I'm coming back. So not only that, now he's fluent and he's coherent in his communications, much advanced than before, and he's like not yet academically on the academic front, he's like little lagging, but that's still being attended. Otherwise, his complete, relativity with the world is much higher, phenomenal. The rate of change is phenomenal. It's all only, I can completely attribute it. Without Swamiji, I'm nothing. Without Swamiji, we are all nothing. And this is as much as the miracles that have, treasures, the miracle treasures that I have got from Swamiji, obtained from Swamiji. And about the powers, yes. Ever since Sadashivoham 2016, I've been, intensely, integratedly working with, I made a public statement, coolly, because Swamiji said, when you make a public statement that you're going to express powers, I will make sure I'll manifest them. So this strong statement, I grasped inside. So I made a very courageous public statement that I'm going to scan and relieve everybody. So I just started randomly. I started 4-5 people per day. That's how it went for 3 months together. After that, it went little 1 person per day or the most like that. But the readings were so accurate. So Paramashiva, I understood that Paramashiva has completely become me, and I become Paramashiva. We are like totally in oneness with each other, like in the sense that I tell you how that feeling is. I'll describe how the feeling is. When I invoke Paramashiva, I just say, Paramashiva, just come with me, be with me. I just hold this Garbha or without the Garbha also. Today I have trained without the Garbha, but initially that I always had to have the Garbha, touch of the Garbha to make this feeling come in. So today without the Garbha, I say, Paramashiva, just come in. And then he just feels like an overcoat above me, envelops me and reads through me everything and expresses very fastly, instantaneously. And, I would say that for every dialogue that I'm making with my family members, for every decision that I make, for every cooking, activities that I do, I invoke Paramashiva. Even not just restroom thing. Otherwise, even for bathing, I invoke Paramashiva and ask him whether what is causing my skin allergy. Come on, cure it. I talk to him verbally, literally every day, every minute, every second, and he is like so cool. He's absolutely more cool. He says, I ask sometimes, am I disturbing you too much, Paramashiva? He says, no, I want to be more invoked. Invoke me more.
Because Swamiji ever so often says you have to overuse the powers and continuously relate with the deities, relate with Paramashiva, because that will manifest the Paramashivatva in you, and you are using it every minute of your life, ma. I have heard extensively, of course, in the global Sangha, your power manifestation is so much spoken about, lost and found. You find lost items through powers, healing, remote vision. Priyesha ma, there's a ton of more stuff that you have to share. I'm afraid we need to move on to the next segment. Definitely you need to come more often to Nithyananda TV and share all your powers specifically next time, ma. So we wrap up now. So next time you come and share in more detail about your son's progress, which will help so many parents like you deal with similar situations and give them the fresh lease of life, and also share specifically about the powers that you manifest and help people at large, ma. Thank you so much, Priyesha ma, for being today on Nithyananda TV.
It's my pleasure.
It's been an awesome hearing you. Nithyanandam ma.
Gratitude to Swamiji's lotus feet.
Yes, ma. Nithyanandam.
Nithyananda.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma. Thank you, ma, Priyesha. It was really, really wonderful watching you and listening to the
my pleasure.
And thank you, Bhaktika Swami. Now, moving ahead, I have something really shocking to share. Something which is how a person can go to such cheap level where he is not even understanding and cognizing the level he is going down and trying and conspiring and instigating hatred in the devotees and disciples. I think that shows the level of that people are really devotees know that what is the truth. As we heard Ma Priyesha, we have physically seen the transformation which is happening in all the devotees and disciples of Swamiji. And one side, a person, as we all know, the ongoing persecution which is happening, Janardhan Sharma. He's trying to instigate and put hatred amongst the devotees and disciples, and this is something very shocking and something which we all need to know. So I would like to invite in the panel Ma Nithyananda Swami and Ma Nithya Tattva Priyananda and Ma Nithyanandita to reveal this cheap conspiracy which Janardhan Sharma is doing. So over to you, Ma Gyanatma.
Nithyananda. Thank you, Nithya Bhakti Priyananda. Today we wanted to share yet another conspiracy which is a part of a larger persecution by the anti-Hindu elements. For the last couple of days, we got an opportunity to share about how Ma Tattva Priya's video was being wrongly presented, misrepresented. How whatever video that she made against the anti-Hindu elements, against the fear of persecution, fear of attack by the anti-Hindu media, the Suvarna TV and the anti-Hindu elements, was grossly being misrepresented in the Indian media by and with the support of Janardhan, to present as if her life is in danger today and trying to use that to support his petition in Gujarat. Just before the bail hearing of the two innocent female sannyasis, Ma Nithya Priyananda and Ma Priya Tattva. Sorry. Yes. Sorry for the bad audio. So I'll just repeat what I was saying is, just before the bail hearing of our two Hindu female monks, Ma Nithya Priyananda and Ma Nithya Priyananda, Janardhan comes up with yet another witch hunt and a conspiracy to release Ma Tattva Priya's video to falsely show and misrepresent as if her life is in danger today, taking a 1-minute clip of a 30-minute video that she had made, fearing her life and fearing the attack of the anti-Hindu media, the Suvarna television and the Gundas, the rowdy elements associated with them. And that was being misrepresented, falsely portrayed as if her life was in danger, and it was being circulated to the Indian media. And just about 24 hours back, we get to unravel yet another conspiracy where Janardhan had apparently hacked into one of the Adinavasis' Twitter accounts and posting tweets through that Twitter account saying that, oh, look at here, an Adinavasi who has been living in the Adinam for so many years has, is now revealing shocking revelations from an Adinavasi and posting abusive messages about Swamiji and Sangha. And to share further about this, I would like to invite Ma Nithyanandita and Ma Tattva Priya to share and to reveal to what extent their father can go to spread the false news, the lies, to a cheap extent. And this Adinavasi is currently living in the Adinam, completely devoted to Swamiji, and he hacks into her Twitter account and posts abusive messages. Now, I just have this one question. If an Adinavasi is living in the Adinam and completely devoted and being a part of the organization, how long it is going to take for her to come and share that her account has been hacked and recover the hacked account and to delete those tweets? But what Janardhan is looking for is not a truth. He is looking for a fabricated news, even if that lifespan of that fabricated news is only a few hours. How many devotees can I corrupt in those few hours? The same thing he did for Patupriya's video. He released the clip in the media, and the clip is circulating in the media as if her life is in danger. It is going to take a few hours for her to see that video and come back online and say, hey, it is not my video which I did now, it is my video which I did more than a year back. But within those few hours, he wants to corrupt and delude as many people as possible. The same thing he did with Nithya Jyotikananda Swami. He went into a television channel and he's saying that, in the Adinam, they encourage you to give police complaints against your parents. And one of these Swamis, Nithya Jyotikananda Swami, also has given an FIR against her parents. And then it took maybe 24 hours for Nithya Jyotikananda Swami to find out that he is speaking about her, came online in Nithyananda TV and clarified that she has never given any complaint against her parents. So all of his newses are short-lived. Means it takes us for maybe a few minutes or a few hours or a day to come back and clarify. The same thing against, Pranaswami has died. He is no longer alive. He was beaten to death in the Adinam. And he is sitting alive in the Adinam. It takes him maybe 24 hours or a few hours to come out and say, hey, I am here, I am alive, and I am still, sannyasi of the Nithyananda Sannyas Sampradaya. He has to make a video, upload it on YouTube, and then this news dies for those who bother to see the truth. But his aim is to attack those people with the false news and people who are still buying into the so-called media mafia. The people who are still deluded, thinking that the Indian media is showcasing the truth. He is successful in deluding the mass because Indian media is only looking for sensational, false news. They don't care about the truth. And those people are his innocent people, are his targets. But if you just look in and hear the other side of the story, you will know his conspiracy, because none of this has any proof, any evidences. He himself knows. He himself knows that this news will die down in the next 24 hours. But by the next 24 hours, he comes up with some other fabricated news. In the next 24 hours, he comes up with some other fabricated news. One other thing we have to really see in this, if Janardhan has to hack into an existing Adinavasi's account and post abusive messages, I really want to ask a question to Janardhan. So you really don't have anybody supporting you, right? Because why would somebody hack into an existing Adinavasi account and post abusive messages when he is so desperate that he does not have anybody joining him to join his abusive gang? He tried his level best. Actually, there are so many devotees calling, saying, Janardhan tried to call me and he tried to tell that, I will support you. You just come and give a false complaint against Swamiji, and they ended up blocking him. And they call us and say, this is what Janardhan is doing. And he goes into such a low, cheap activity of hacking into an existing Adinavasi's account, who is still living as an Adinavasi in the Adinam, not even have moved out of the Adinam, going to take care of their life. Living as an Adinavasi, if you hack into their account and post abusive messages, how cheap and how desperate you should be. That itself, what you did, actually proves that whatever you have said so far is lie. It very clearly proves whatever you said and so far is a lie. Very clearly proves. If somebody with a common sense can think, why would somebody hack into an existing Adinavasi account? Because he doesn't have anybody else to post. How long can he keep posting? People are having doubt. Why only Janardhan is shouting? Why only Janardhan is shouting? So when you are so desperate and you don't have anybody, then you use existing Adinavasi's account to post. And that existing Adinavasi comes after a few hours, and she has actually posted an email screenshot that she got from Twitter. She is actually living in the Adinam in Bangalore, and she got an email from Twitter saying that there was a suspicious login into your Twitter account from Gujarat, which is where Janardhan is. So he is using such cheap tactics to hack into an existing Adinavasi's account and to post abusive messages. Itself very clearly proves all his accusations are false. Thank you, Janardhan, for proving yourself that all these accusations are false. And I would now like to invite Ma Nithyananda and Ma Tattvapriya to share more light on this matter.
Nithyanandam. So this is my Tattvapriya.
And this is Ma Nithyananda.
Actually, honestly telling, like,
Sorry to interrupt you, Ma, Tattvapriyananda. Before you start sharing the truth to the viewers, I request the viewers to kindly share this live feed so it reaches as many people as possible, and the whole conspiracy is exposed in its true form to them so they know exactly what is going on and we get justice at the end of the day. Thank you, Ma. You can continue.
so to be honest, I'm totally disgusted because, like, as a daughter, to see your own father just to be down to such low levels, it's totally disgusting. It's really, really disgusting because who would have, see, a person, when you have a confidence about yourself, the identity that you carry about yourself, it's backed up with many things that you feel as yours. Every human being has that base upon which they have that idea about themselves. One of its component is, one of its main ingredient is the family that you're from, especially your parents. I feel so pained that once upon a time, before joining Gurukul, I used to always, whenever in my school, my teachers used to ask, who's your role model? I always used to write that my father is my role model. I feel so cheap that I wrote like that. I feel so pained, so deceived at this point.
Actually, I have to like tell you all, especially about the way he is gone to the extent, because this entire false case, the false hype that he created in the media, trying to spread that we were kidnapped, we were missing, we were not there, etc. The moment it started becoming weak, the moment people started understanding the truth, because continuously we were sharing on social media, we were spreading all the evidences, facts as it is. The moment he started seeing that, he started shivering because he doesn't have all the false evidence that he's creating is easily just squashed, easily just destroyed. So just to keep creating a false hype inside people, actually this is a very subtle thing that people need to understand. See, one, it is for attention, all of that. That's a very, it's a very superficial level. But actually, it's a very, very cunning way to instill inside people a slight doubt and hatred, to continuously maintain people in that agitation. See, when there is when in between, just few days before, he did not have any content to continuously keep reminding people about the negativity, about the false news. So when he lacked content, what they do, what the conspirators always do, is they continuously create these fake false newses, which they know is easily going to get established as fake. But for that temporary time, to give that agitation and to give that sudden feeling of, oh my God, what is happening amidst people. Because the day, if you all actually notice, the day Ma Tattvapriya's false videos came up, all the devotees were shocked. They were all, for that temporary period of time, everyone were agitated. They were trying to understand what is happening. Sisters are coming and telling live continuously that they are happy, but why suddenly this turn? And everyone, if you see, it is like you turn in the case, and that false hype has created.
See, like there's an important point to be noted here. The false hype, that group, the conspirators group that create this false hype, they have more reach out. They have, because all the media channels are publishing that. But what I'm coming live and sharing, right? I came live on my social media platforms and came live on Nithyananda TV and sharing it. And I even sent this as a link to multiple media channels that asked me for like, okay, like, why are you, now has a U-turn happened, etc. 2-3 media channels have requested me for an interview. I even sent this content to them. Till date, not a single other media channel has picked up the actual content and posted it. All this is, I just wanted to add this point that the atrocity material that they're generating is in mass. But what the truth we are trying to tell, it's too little to even reach out to people. So now what will others understand? Oh, so all these, the abusive thing becomes more factual for them.
Actually, more than understanding, a false memory is implanted in them. That is actually, if you see the tweet, like you all can see the false tweet that they put. So in that false tweet that they had through an Adinavasi's account. So that Adinavasi has been living here for so many years. And very recently also they had come to the Satsang and they had shared the beautiful life that they are leading in Adinam. But their account was hacked and a fake tweet was put. And immediately what happens is when a false news is there, because of TRP or whatever, there will be so many people wanting to retweet it, take screenshot and put it, spread it, everything. But immediately the devotee also clarified, the Adinavasi also clarified with putting the actual screenshot where her account was hacked, the email notification that came to her. She immediately put that. But that will not reach people as much as this abusive content has reached. So people will already have a memory, whether they see this or not, but the mass people that see the fake tweet, they will see the entire thing that, oh, I have been a long devotee and Swamiji is fake, all of that abusive tweet. So immediately they will recollect that false memory, and that is what is the success of the conspirator. Because every single time they instill a false memory, they keep creating a hype and they keep maintaining devotees in that agitation. Swamiji very beautifully says, even in the recent Satsang Swamiji was sharing, that one success that we really will achieve is when we ignore the abusers. When we just don't get, actually if you see, just for few days in between, we just ignored whatever Janardhanaya was doing. He is so agitated because his content is not getting spread, and immediately you see the cheap tactics that he has started using is to hack Adinavasi's account, to pull some old video, such cheap low-level tactics to keep that hype, to maintain that agitation and hype.
And the important thing is, what moment these anti-Hindu elements start publishing some stuff, created atrocity material generation, they have multiple people actively sharing it. Not just these media channels, but also on social media. So this content, whether it's meme creators or the people, normal people who share it, so they're proactively sharing it, and that is reaching out to more people. So when we are sharing the truth, the participation of people sharing it with people, like with others in their social media accounts, is comparatively much lesser. So our voice turns out to be never heard at all. This is one of the tactics that they have been continuously using on Hinduism, where we even forget our original history, our original background, where we even forget what kind of an amazing, precious thing that Sanatana Hindu Dharma is.
Actually, here,
sorry to interrupt you.
There are few type of people that do it. So one is who like abuses, completely who go and spread the false news and stoop to the level of hacking people, like how Janardhanaya is doing. But also there are people who play both the roles. They try to be a devotee off and on, like indirectly. They try to be very sarcastic, and they will continuously they'll be like, oh, if you're really having Guru Bhakti, or why you're doing this, all of that. So generating both the ways, creating hatred.
One more important point here is, when they hack into an account of such a senior devotee who's been 20 years with Swamiji, and when people see that, an echo that is happening, and when people see that, then they wonder what is going on. They feel that devotee has fallen out. So that is another key thing that they want to make people believe, that such senior devotees are falling out. So when they see it coming from Mahadevaja's account, who's such a senior devotee, then they start thinking that that person has fallen out. So it is just a multi-pronged strategy that they are employing right now.
Creating the doubts in people. That the whole point is to create a doubt in an innocent devotee's mind. Then the devotee will have a doubt. God, has this person also fallen out? And now, as a devotee, if I feel somebody is starting to abuse Swamiji, I will never go and talk to them. Why will I fill myself with shit? So, as a devotee, I will have a doubt to talk to them, but a doubt is created in me. But I will never want to go and clarify, because whatever, even if they abuse, I'm not interested. But a doubt is created in me. So this is the way the conspirators create the doubt in people. They hack, and then there are so many devotees who messaged me yesterday and asking, "Now what happened to her account?" And then some abusive messages are being posted. Then I said, "It's hacked. Please see the message." Then they said, "Yes." Oh, thank God for clarifying. We saw the message. Her later post where she has posted that her account has been hacked and now she has retrieved her account. But not everybody will have an access or will be able to connect with somebody who can clarify like this right away. And now the doubt is created in them. So the whole conspirators' conspiracy is to creating the doubts. They will just put a small thread of doubt in you. Oh, maybe it is true. And we will not have the time, nor we will want to get clarity, because if it's so-called true, then basically you're trying to approach an abuser, so then you will not want to corrupt your space. But if it is not an abuser, then you will know that is false. But the point is, you will have to connect with them to even know. And we do not want to take that step. Because even if it was me, I would never take that step. I was like, okay, who cares? It is between me and Swamiji. But a doubt has been put in me. Because, the way they write, an Adinasi who's been in Adinam for 10 years is now abusing. Then suddenly it's like, okay, what wrong? What happened? So, and there will not be there will not be a smoke without fire. That kind of a thing that is being consciously planned, strategically planned in each and every devotee and in the public in general to say. So please be very clear. Like as Swamiji said, let Nithyananda Satsang be the only place where you come and every day fill yourself with powerful cognitions, realign back to Swamiji's teachings. And most importantly, there are a ton of innocent people out there who are getting affected by such false news. So that is why we keep repeating, share this truth, share whatever we are sharing at this time, share it with people. So even if they are scrolling through Facebook, scrolling through Twitter, they just pause for a few seconds, they know, yes, what we are sharing is the truth. Because we are sharing with facts and evidences and proofs. That is why we keep repeating, please don't take us wrong. People need to know the truth. This is the only way we can save the innocent people out there. So with that, I think I will now hand over back to Nithya Bhakti Priyananda.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Actually, if we see in this whole case, Jonathan doesn't have anything legally because there is no evidence. There is nothing has happened. So he is only trying to put devotees into the doubt. He's trying to break the trust of the devotees. Thankfully, the connection with the devotees have with Swamiji, it's unbreakable, and they know that what is the truth, what is the reality. So that is why they are not going to get affected, and it is going very good. But the way he is distracting the new people, like of course, as you received, I also received multiple messages from people that they want to know what is going on when somebody who is there in Sangha for so many years, how it is possible. Of course, we clarified. But because there is no such strong base, he is only trying to play through media, through social media, and only cheating. It is clearly seen that the way he is cheating, the way he is conspiring, he has nothing related to the daughters because he's not even talking about the daughters. It's directly he wants to conspire. He's only trying to attack Swamiji, which we can see very clearly through these cheap tactics which he is using. constantly hacking all the devotees and disciples, all the Adinavasis accounts. Like it's not even somebody else who is not part of Sangha, somebody who is living inside the Sangha and using their accounts. And even calling them, unnecessary asking them to talk against about Swamiji. I mean, that kind of evidences we have. So we really need to...
Actually, so some of the devotees are requesting that they want to come and share how they received a call from the abusers, especially Janardhan and his wife, asking them blatantly if they can come and say something like this about Swamiji, falsely about Swamiji. And the most shocking thing to me was, I'm a Purna Sannyasi in the Global Sangha today, and my own pre-monastic sister received a call from Janardhan Sharma one day. And she called me to inform me about that. And that was the most shocking thing, because like how his own daughters were sharing today, Ma Nithyananda and Ma Tatvapriyananda, to what levels one can stoop for his own vested interests. What became so evident to me the day my own pre-monastic sister called me to tell me that she received a call from Janardhan Sharma for this very purpose. So there seems to be no limit, no principles, no scruples, nothing. It is just willing to go down to any level for the vested interests. And of course, he must be backed by his own conspiring team, which is supporting him and which is allowing him to live under such affluential circumstances, although he is appearing to Tamil media and saying that he's just trying to borrow some money from his brother and brother-in-law to support himself. But, we have evidences of him traveling in such expensive vehicles like the Benz and staying in such affluent apartments in Gujarat itself. So really what is going on at different levels is shocking, the way this conspiracy and persecution is turning out to be. And while our two monk sisters are still fighting for justice, for no crime committed, the next hearing is again due next week, is what we heard latest. It's shocking at one level. It's very disappointing to know to what levels humans can stoop. And it is very pathetic that when we have so much to share to enrich the world, we are forced to again and again come and clarify to the innocent people out there what the truth is in this persecution. Because if given the option, we would rather use this time to go and show the Herculean contribution Swamiji is doing to humanity, because so many million people will benefit from that. Now today, Ma Priyesha, she has much more to share about the healing miracles that has happened in her own life. In fact, she wanted to show the medical records of her own son, for which she would need at least half an hour, another half an hour, clear half an hour. Instead, we are forced to once again use this precious time to clarify to the viewers the actions of these abusers, the very, very third-rate actions of the abusers. Why? Because we don't want people to miss out on the presence of the incarnation in their life, going behind and believing this blatant false information. Because unless we clarify, there is no other source for them to hear about it, because the media segments are not carrying the clarifications given to them. Nithya Tatvapriyananda and Nithyananda have tried their best begging media to carry their clarification. So literally, we have only the social media platforms to carry the clarification, which is why we're coming repeatedly and clarifying every single day.
Absolutely, Nithya Bhaktikananda Swami. What I also wanted to share is, as Swamiji shared in the Satsang, for any devotee who wants to know if somebody else is a follower or not, just go to their Facebook profile and see the cover picture. See the timeline picture, and if the timeline picture is Sri Kailasa, you know that yes, they are continuing. If the timeline picture is not Sri Kailasa, then you know that they are not following Swamiji, and it is time for you to distance yourself from them and protect and safeguard and nurture your Guru Bhakti and your devotion towards Swamiji, towards Linga, Sangha and Guru. Guru, Linga and Sangha. So be very clear, and if you have not yet changed, go ahead and change it. And also check on your Facebook friends, check on your Twitter friends, and only be friends with people who are following Swamiji, or people who, if you already know that they were a part of the Sangha, they were following, but they have not yet changed it, then that's a signal for you, and you can unfriend them safely, unfriend them and protect. And never, even out of curiosity, go and immerse yourself into the folly logic and the faulty logic that is being spread by the abusers. Even whether to clarify or to deny, don't need to engage in any of that faulty or a folly logic. Just protect yourself and come to Nithyananda Satsang every day and keep yourself filled with powerful cognitions. Very beautifully, Swamiji has been sharing most powerful satsangs, I would say, starting this new year, just to manifest what we want in our life and to manifest our conscious declaration in 2020. So Swamiji has been really guiding us step by step. Let us use this time and manifest the reality that we want and protect ourselves and nurture our Guru Bhakti and our connection with the Guru.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you, Bhaktika Swami. Thank you, Ma Jnanatma Swami. And it is really, really required for everybody to know the truth. And of course, as Bhaktika Swami said, this precious time we have to use just to tell the truth, just to justify the side, because there is nobody out there who is really bothered about to take the truth out. Especially the way media has been telling the lies. And with the proof you all have seen that it's absolute lie and it's just a conspiracy. So all of us should take responsibility by sharing the truth to the world. We need to share the right side. So I would request everybody to take a few moments and share this live stream by adding the hashtags, which is hashtag Shri Kailasa, hashtag Nithyananda Satsang, hashtag Kailasa, to ensure that the truth is reaching out to the maximum people. These hashtags have been popular by sharing the wrong information, but the same thing can be used to make people understand the right side of it. Before taking any judgment, let us all at least hear the right side. And Swamiji every single day, without any break, coming and sharing the truths directly which is revealed from Shri Kailasa. And initiating all of us tirelessly, giving all the powerful cognitions and multiple powers which every single day we are manifesting in our lives. So let us all take this time before we welcome Swamiji. Share this live stream to all your friends and family. Quickly write the hashtags. And with that, let us all get ready to receive Swamiji. Let us sit with a meditative space and chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. And get ready to receive the divine darshan of His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. We'll be coming back with further more detailed truths and the very hard work and contribution of Swamiji in further more segments. Keep watching us live on all the social media channels and Nithyananda TV at 7 a.m. IST. We'd be very happy to receive the feedback from all of you, or any questions, any doubts, for all the devotees especially. If you have any questions or doubts, please write us at contact@kailasa.org and give your feedbacks. We'll be presenting all the facts and truth in this particular segment just right before the satsang. So let us all get ready to receive Swamiji and chant the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. For now, thank you for watching. We'll be back soon. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Nithyanandam. Welcoming back all the viewers as we are receiving one of the very, very, I can say, the most beautiful message and the technique from Swamiji. That stop talking to yourself. That's the biggest problem all of us are having. That we all talk to ourselves continuously, chatter. Now, what could be the best way is talk to Paramashiva. Only talk to Paramashiva. So from now, stop talking to yourself. Only talk to Paramashiva. So I think this is the most beautiful technique, the most beautiful way to live life when you are just talking to Paramashiva. So thank you, Swamiji, for this. And as usual, Ma Prematmananda Swami is there with me today, and every day she has something to share. So let us see what she has got today for all of us. And let us welcome Ma Prematmananda Swami, Ma Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam. Thank you, Manitya Bhakti Priyananda. It is such a beautiful message that Swamiji has given. Of all the techniques that Swamiji has given, this is the easiest and best thing that we all love to practice. And of course, 24/7 we talk to Swamiji, whether it is a confusion or completion or complaint, everything we just talk to Swamiji. And of course, Swamiji is taking care of us every single moment. And every single one of us have experienced this in life. And of course, I always have some incident from the Purana that I would like to share, and how Swamiji in the present is making us experience that, all those beautiful miracles in the present moment. It is just a joy to share. Just one incident, as I was thinking, we were, wanted to share today, was from the life of Arunagirinatha. One night when Arunagirinatha was sleeping, he was a saint, a great saint and devotee of Lord Subramanya. As one night he was sleeping, Lord Subramanya appears in his dream and asks him to come to Vailoor. So immediately Arunagirinatha wakes up and starts walking towards Vailoor, and he has to go through a forest. And he doesn't know where to go, how to go. And he just talks to Subramanya and says, "You called me, I'm coming, but I don't know where to go. Please guide me." And immediately, in the middle of the night, a hunter is there sitting. Lord Subramanya himself has manifested as a hunter. And he says, "Hey, who are you looking for?" And Arunagirinatha says, "I want to go to this temple." And Lord Subramanya, acting as a hunter, he says, "Oh, I'm also going there only. Let me guide you." And he guides him and takes him to the temple. Such a beautiful incident that every moment, every day we are experiencing. I want to share one experience from my life where a few years ago, me and one other Swami, we had to go to San Francisco for some work. We were sitting there, and as usual, at night time, that's when we watched the Satsang. So we had connected on two-way and watching Swamiji on Satsang. And it was pretty late. It was already 9 or 10. And she was tired, I was tired, and she was already falling asleep. And I was pretty tired, and we both had to drive at least 1.5 hours to reach the Adinam. And I was just thinking, oh my God, how am I going to drive? We both are so sleepy. Should I get coffee? This is the thought is going on in me. Swamiji was live conducting a satsang, giving great truths. All of a sudden, in the middle, Swamiji stops the satsang and says, Prematma, I know what you're thinking. Of course, the moment you hear Swamiji calling your name, a whole reboot of the system happens, the whole Kundalini awakens, you're just refreshed, all awake. And I was like shocked, surprised. And for a general, like someone who's an onlooker, who think, what Swamiji is talking, why all of a sudden he's calling her name? But it was such a compassion from Swamiji, just the thought of what might happen if I'm driving and sleepy. He took care, that fear, that not only that if at all something happened, he would come and rescue, but to refresh and awaken and take care every moment. I mean, people go on abusing, so, oh, Swamiji is, like some murder, some abuse, this and that. But sitting on the other side of the world, someone who is sitting in San Francisco, while Swamiji is in Viridi, he was ensuring that we are taken care. Every single disciple, I'm sure, would have experienced such miracles in life. What Swamiji calls is that spiritual umbilical cord connection. When we have that with Swamiji, with Guru, he's always there protecting us, taking care of us, and listening to every single thought, every single prayer, and responding to us and healing us. So how to get this connection? We know every weekend there is the Shiva Diksha program, the Vislesa Diksha, and of course, as Swamiji said, the Atmalinga. Swamiji gives us with this Atmalinga. So if you have not attended this program and reap the benefits, please register yourself, sign up and attend. And if you have already attended and enjoying the Leelas of Swamiji, please enrich, share and enrich the world so that they can also enjoy what we are enjoying. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Thank you, Ma Prematma. It was that real life experience when a person go through. I mean, that time we know Paramashiva is real and he's taking care wherever you are. Literally, Swamiji, in any form, like either directly calls you or comes in front of you, he appears as in a dream or through somebody. There are tons and tons of miraculous experiences which we all of us have, where we know Paramashiva is real. I would like to share the 5 points which Swamiji shared with all of us today. I would like to read exactly how Swamiji has shared with us. So, today Swamiji said that the 5 points when we know when Paramashiva is real. So, the first, I remember myself in you and wake up to my reality in you. When I remind my existence in you, you start seeking. When I make a conscious, when I make you cognize I am real, achieve me is real, and prayer becomes your life. When prayer becomes continuous flow, it becomes oneness. In the oneness, when you start manifesting power, you achieve absolute Shuddha Advaita. Such a beautiful flow the way Swamiji has explained. We all need to understand what is it. Because the whole essence in this 5 points, Swamiji has put everything. It's just so amazing. The moment I read it was, and the moment I heard Swamiji, it was so amazing that I remember myself in you and wake up. Wake up to my reality in you. Literally, it is like you, the first cognition that I am in you, you in me. That first reality happens, the first cognition happens. When we remind ourselves with this existence in you, that is the time when first time a person starts seeking. When this remembrance happens again and again, that Paramashiva is real, he is in me, you start seeking. And when you start seeking, when Paramashiva makes us cognize that he is real, when this cognition happens that he is real and achieving him is real, then Swamiji says that prayer becomes your life. That is where, when the deep desire happens, when you know he is real, when you know it is possible to achieve him, we start doing prayer. That's the only thing happens again and again to achieve him, to become him. And when prayer becomes a continuous flow, when constantly, consistently, with persistence, when we keep our prayers alive, when we consistently pray to Paramashiva, it becomes oneness. We start having oneness with Paramashiva. And with that oneness, when we start manifesting powers, that manifestation of powers makes you attain the Shuddha-Advaita. It is such a beautiful, it's like I can see the whole journey of a person happens, not only one janma, but from janmas and janmas. We are so fortunate that Swamiji is there in our life to make and to give us this experience. Otherwise, no wonder how many lifetimes it takes to realize these truths, to realize that Paramashiva is real, to realize that it is possible to achieve him, to become him. We should not miss even a single chance of having this realization, achieving this oneness, and attain the Shuddha-Advaita. When we become him. If we see all the satsangs when Swamiji is sharing with us, persistently Swamiji is telling only one thing, that realize that you are Paramashiva. We are very much good in realizing that we are not good, I don't look good, I don't perform good. We have tons and tons of cognitions about ourselves, which are so low. But it becomes very difficult for us to even realize the real truth that we are Paramashiva. It's very simple. If somebody comes and tells you that you look like God or you are God, then the first thing is like, oh, are you kidding? Are you okay? What are you talking? But if somebody comes and tells you that you don't look good, it's so easy. Immediately you catch that cognition, because whatever we are thinking about ourselves, is how we are perceiving our life. But Swamiji says it doesn't matter what you cognize about yourself. So it doesn't matter what you feel, what you think about yourself. What you want to cognize, that matters. When every single word what we utter, when we talk to him, to Paramashiva, it brings tremendous completion. Swamiji says when we share with him, it is him who is going to respond. The response is going to be from him. And that is where what we have to do is, we have to constantly talk to him. Any kind of frustration, crying, agitation, incompletion, whatever it may be, whatever whole day, whatever you do, in everything he will bring completion. Such a beautiful way to live life, where every moment is filled with completion, and the moment completion happens, you start living in the present moment. You start living life where you know you are Paramashiva, you are him, he is in you, to make you experience the best life. One thing what we can do to have such experience, to attain such experience, is the moment we offer our gratitude to Paramashiva in the form of coming at his feet and receiving the Diksha. It is the best way, I can say it's one of the way which Paramashiva himself has given, that he comes and gives you the Diksha and blesses you to attain his state, space, and start manifesting the powers. Even to hear such great truths, it's only a fortunate life which we all have taken to have Swamiji in our life. Paramashiva himself, who has come down in the human body to teach us, to make us understand in our language, which we can understand, and constantly raising our frequency, constantly raising us through realizing us that yes, he is real. Yes, it is possible to attain him, to achieve him. And when that prayer, when the deep prayer, intense prayer happens, we achieve that oneness and start manifesting powers of Paramashiva. So now onwards, stop talking to yourself. Just talk to him. Just talk to Paramashiva. And achieve that ultimate Shuddha Advaita. With me, I'm having Ma Bhaktikananda Swami also in the panel to share. So I would like to request Ma Bhaktika Swami to come forward and share her experiences and whatever she wants to share from today's Satsang. This is something amazing.
Nithyananda. Yes, Ma Bhaktipriyananda. Thank you, Ma. This is such one of the sweetest techniques that we have heard from Swamiji, and it is so amazing because just yesterday yesterday one of our own devotees was sharing on this Nithyananda TV platform how she actually continuously talks to Swamiji. Continuously she talks to Swamiji. She has a dialogue with him on virtually everything. She said, she made a statement, except about going to the restroom, except that topic, I talk to Swamiji about everything, even sipping a glass of water. And the way that has manifested in her life, she is one of the most amazing power manifestors in the Sangha today. Every minute is power manifestation for her. And she was citing some of the ways in which some of the powers that express from her through this continuous dialogue with Swamiji every minute. Because what happens when you continuously dialogue with Swamiji is, see, when you dialogue to yourself, it is more like an inner chatter which is meaningless. Like you're harboring your worries, your anger, your depression, your fear, your frustration, which are not true, which are a myth, which you are just deciding to chew on. But when you, sorry, I think there's an audio issue. I'm just fixing.
So sorry for the technical glitch. There is an audio issue from Ma Bhaktika Swami's side. She will be coming back immediately. So as she was sharing about one of the devotee who shared her experiences, that how she's constantly carrying Paramashiva. As Swamiji said that today, when you receive the Atmalinga, you have Atmalinga wear the Atmalinga, keep Atmalinga always with you. And she shared that how beautifully, just except going to the restroom, and she always carried that. She always talked to him. She always constantly only talked to him. And that is where she has experienced the best of best miraculous experience which is happening in her life. And that was she was sharing with us, and she will continue to share. I think Ma Bhaktika is back.
Sorry for the audio issue. So yesterday we had a devotee sharing on the Nithyananda TV platform how she has a continuous dialogue with Swamiji. And see, what happens when you continuously have a dialogue is you no longer harbor the anger, frustration, worries, the words related to that, which are actually not true. You don't need that. But you've just got habituated into chewing on them. Through this dialogue, you cut off all that fluff from your inner space. And then you address only, since you're directly talking to Paramashiva, to your own Satguru, then what happens is you become very conscious. You get into conscious living. And you're very aware of what you're talking, because you know to whom you're talking. And just because you're having a conscious dialogue with him, he ensures that you have your conscious growth continuously, and all the unwanted fluff from you leaves you. And she so beautifully shared some of her powerful power manifestations, where there was an instance where somebody's child was found missing, and the father approached her, and she saw through the third eye, and she said that your child has not been kidnapped as you think. Your child has actually been, I'm seeing a person picking your child up in a vehicle, and he's moving towards this particular area, and she describes the area, and she says, if you go there, you'll find your child. But the important thing is, I'm seeing that it is not a kidnap as what you're thinking it is. The mother of the child is involved in this. That is what the third eye is revealing. And of course, the person got a shock. And when he went to that particular place, he actually found the child. And not only that, he went back to verify what is going on and what is behind this whole thing. And he found out that the mother was actually, it was part of her plan to move out of the house. And the child was, as per her plan, supposed to be picked up first and moved out of the house. And then she was probably planning to follow suit. So she was sharing these amazing things which continuously getting revealed to her through the power of the third eye, initiation from Swamiji, where life is given back to people, where lost things are found, not just objects, but lost near and dear ones are found. And such clear, crystal clear guidance is given regarding your health, where today through the third eye power, people are able to see the root of a problem, not just the way it is manifesting as a disease. Sometimes it may manifest in a certain part of your body, but the root of the disease may be in another part of the body. So the third eye reveals what it is as it is. In contrast to modern day medicine, it is only able to measure what symptoms the body is showing and diagnose disease based on that. But the third eye power works on seeing what it is as it is. So then you just know what the root of it is. So you can directly address it. Not only that, the third eye power also diagnoses and tells you the relief for it, because that is also revealed through the third eye. Not just the problem, but the solution as well. So all of this will start manifesting through you when you cut down the conversation with yourself and you start the conversation with Paramashiva. We also have with us Manitya Prematmananda Swami today on the panel. Nithyananda Ma.
Nithyananda Ma, thank you, Manitya Bhaktikananda Swami. Yes, Ma, as we were discussing, this technique of talking to Swamiji, talking to Paramashiva 24/7, it is such a powerful technique. Without even us realizing, it continuously raises us. As we know from this story of Vishnu and Brahma, Brahma keeps trying to go reach the head of Paramashiva, and finally he tries to cheat, but basically the point is that you can never reach the head. You can never reach the peak because he does not have a top or bottom. So like that, when we are connecting with Swamiji and talking, there is no limit how Swamiji raises us, and it is such a, as Swamiji said, it brings such powerful completion and maturity. All the silly conversation that we would have with ourselves or even our friends and like agree with each other's illogical immaturity, that we cannot do when we are conversing with Paramashivam. At some point we have to agree, okay, fine, you're right, I'm wrong. But we become mature, we complete with our silly logic and become mature, and a lot of completion happens. And more and more completion happens and maturity happens, we start manifesting, and also the desires or the fears also mature. So we stop asking for silly things, or we stop fearing of silly things. And it is such an easy technique. It is like, of all the techniques that I love to practice is talking to Swamiji. Whether it is a complaint or whether it is confusion, just talk to Swamiji. And of course, as Swamiji says, he responds in multiple ways, whether as a voice or as a silence or through somebody. It may not be even just voice, Swamiji's voice or the silence, but it is through somebody else. Randomly, somebody will come and speak what you're thinking, and they will answer. So it is a joy living and practicing this, talking to Paramashiva, because 24/7 you are in Leela Dhyana and you just know you're taken care. And one of the things,
Prematma Swami, I'm reminded of this one, such a actually I would say funny sharing, but such a useful sharing for people today, because today one of the things people face is they misplace things and then they start searching for it. They spend hours of their life on that. So the power of the third eye after initiation from Swamiji comes in so handy as a practical application in such a situation. And we had a devotee coming on Nithyananda TV and sharing that once her husband's car keys were lost and he had to go urgently out somewhere. And finally, they landed up searching throughout the house, and even her parents actually came into their house to start searching because they lived close by. And she was the only one sitting without searching, because in general, she doesn't like to search. As a policy, she doesn't like to search, so she keeps her things very meticulously. So then when her husband started accusing her of not searching, she suddenly remembered, why don't I see through my third eye and see where the key is? So she did that, and she asked Swamiji, can you show me where the key is? And she actually saw the key was not there in the house anywhere. And what she saw was her son has taken the key and dropped it into the lunch bag of her daughter. And it has traveled in the lunch bag to the school. So the key is actually in the lunch bag of her daughter in the school. And she actually got a phone call from her daughter just almost immediately, where the child has gotten permission from the class teacher to make a phone call to the mother because she saw the key in the lunch box and the lunch bag. And she says, Ma, I found father's car key in my lunch bag. So it was just one of the most sweet sharings, funny, you can call it any which way you want, but when people ask what is the utility of powers in everyday life, it is just sky is the limit. You can apply it anywhere and everywhere, do it continuously. Have the dialogue with Paramashiva continuously and you'll manifest these powers continuously.
Oh, thank you, Bhaktika Ma. Thank you, Prematma Ma. It was like, we have so much to share. If we start talking, we'll never stop, because there is so much which Swamiji has given to us. So one thing for all the viewers I would like to conclude is, first, don't miss the Diksha, which is going to happen this weekend. Must sign up and watch the Satsang until end, because there is a surprise waiting for you. So don't miss the Satsang. Complete the Satsang and wait till the end, and then we'll reveal the surprise. So sign up for the Diksha, which is going to happen on this weekend, which is Diksha into Power Manifestation. And don't miss the live Satsang every single day. That should be the priority and must-do thing. So mark in your calendar that every day you have to watch Satsang. So when Swamiji is saying, bring your calendar, bring the calendar and mark every day that you have to watch Satsang, because this is something which you cannot miss. So let us all welcome Swamiji back, and thank you for watching us. Thank you for watching sharing. So we'll be back soon. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithya.
Sorry for the technical glitch. Nithyanandam, welcoming back all the viewers once again after this most loveliest and most beautiful satsang and the initiation which we have received from Swamiji, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. One thing which we have to remember and which we have to do is stop talking to yourself and start talking to Paramashivam. Tomorrow when we are coming back for the satsang, make sure every single minute you are talking to Paramashiva. With a deep prayer, when you know Paramashiva is real and it is possible to achieve Him, when you have that deep prayer, you will attain oneness and ultimately manifest the powers. So don't forget to bring your calendar printed. That is one important thing which we have to do. So remember to bring the calendar. It should be printed as a hard copy so that you can plan and design your future, and Swamiji is going to do that for you. What could be the best day where Swamiji himself, Paramashiva himself, is going to design your future as you want? So don't forget to bring the calendars. Make sure your family members, your friends, everybody is getting it. So for tomorrow's satsang, first mark the date, put the reminder so that by mistake also you will not miss the live satsang tomorrow. Make sure you have calendar printed with you and with your friends and family so that everybody can have the opportunity and the divine grace of Swamiji to design and plan their future. So first, don't talk to yourself, only talk to Paramashiva. Second, bring your calendar so that you can design and plan your future. So tomorrow before morning satsang, before 8 a.m. IST, you have to get ready with your calendars. So these two things must do it. Don't miss it. With this initiation and with this realization that Paramashiva is real and it is possible to achieve Him, let us have the deep prayer, and with that deep prayer, let's attain the oneness and manifest the powers of Paramashiva. The moment you have that oneness with Him, you will see, without your any effort, you will just start manifesting. You just need to only do one thing. Keep on asking, keep on talking to Him, and He will manifest through you. I would like to remind everybody that weekend program, which is Diksha into Power Manifestation, where Swamiji is going to give initiation, going to give Diksha to all of you, to everybody around the world. Wherever you are, you can sign up for this program. That is one of the way to achieve oneness with Paramashiva, where Paramashiva himself initiates you, give you the Diksha, and the Diksha is to attain the state, space and powers of Paramashiva. And you will receive the Atmalinga, which is in the physical form, it's Paramashiva, the Sphatic Linga, given by Swamiji, directly blessed by Swamiji, which you have to keep always with you and keep talking to Him. So don't miss to register for the upcoming weekend program, which is Diksha into Power Manifestation. And of course, every day, watch Satsang. And invite more and more people to watch Satsang so that they all can get the benefit. The Diksha which Swamiji is giving every single day in the morning Satsang, everybody can receive. From around the world, we are receiving feedbacks that people are having so many various experiences. Like this is the Shaktini Pada through which they are getting experience. They are getting Kundalini awakening. So don't miss these opportunities. And the Atmaling
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham.
So sign up for the weekend program and make sure to whomsoever you know, give them this right understanding and let all of them get the benefit by receiving the Diksha and the Atmalinga, which Paramashiva himself has come down in the physical form, in the physical linga. Along with it, don't miss the live satsang, which is the must thing should happen. Just have the calendar or your reminder, your phone should have a reminder of the satsang, where by mistake also you should not miss Swamiji coming live and giving Diksha to all of us every single day. And with this powerful cognition, where we know that we are Paramashiva, and to realize, to experience, as the Sakshi Pramana, let us all enter into the power manifestation, so that in front of you, as a Sakshi Pramana, as your own experience, you will see how beautifully Paramashiva is going to manifest through all of us. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Use this special time and special session where directly from the guidance of Swamiji, we all are guided towards the power manifestation. It's something very important to do. Every single day when we do, then you will realize that you will start applying in your daily life. Everything will start happening through power manifestation. That is where you will start changing your future. So let's not miss the power manifestation. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. And I would like to see all of you and your friends and family for tomorrow morning segment. Watch us live on Nithyananda TV and all the social media channels at 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. We'll be welcoming Swamiji. So let us all meet tomorrow and stay tuned for power manifestation. Let us manifest powers and have that experience of real Paramashiva inside us. So thank you for watching. Thank you so much. And keep sharing this live stream to everybody so that you can enrich yourself and others. So thank you so much, Nithyanandam.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam, let's start with the power manifestation session. Let's sit straight, visualize Swamiji in the third eye, and start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadasham Tattvamasya Vilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshiputam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Satgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam. Such a sweet, such a heartbreaking, heart-melting, whatever you call it, beautiful words, just making us melt. Is there anything called mind that's beautifully melting in the presence? Such beautiful, powerful cognition when you understand that Swamiji says, in spite of what is happening and how much of harassment, without an iota, such a sweet space, he says, go love everybody and enrich everybody. Like a baby, how much ever you scream at the baby will not understand. It will give a sweet smile thinking you are making fun of him. It will give only a compassionate, beautiful space. Just like that, Swamiji is so compassionate and so powerful and shifts us into a very powerful cognition. The Ishvara Shakti simply flows when you love everybody and everything. And he says how you enrich everybody with the and makes others more powerful. So let's start with Shastra Pramana now. This is from Vijnana Bhaivatantra.
Shastra Pramana for the power of third eye awakening is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 34, Dharana 11. Kapala antarmanonyasya tishthanmilita lochanah kramena manaso dadhyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishthanmilita lochanah kramena manaso dadhyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam.
Such a beautiful and powerful sutra. It says, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center. Swamiji beautifully said, whenever you have any problem, you only deal with the higher powerful cognition truths. Don't go for outer world logical thinking, brainstorming, scheduling something. Instead, have a beautiful, powerful cognition. Look within where you have missed it. Anything which is not happening for you outside is somewhere the script has to be rewritten by you. Not the script is like more confusion need to be added by you, but the script need to be rewritten like a software program. You have to go to the master file and correct the software. If you add more ad hoc programs, it's not going to solve the problem. The outer world, if you run only from the outer world point and plan some brainstorming and solve it, simply you'll be running from outside, which is going to come up with more problems. But if you correct the master file, rewrite it with a space of love, that Swamiji said, enrich everybody. Simply any problem will be taken care of. The fixing the mind on the inner space with the crown center, sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession by the stability of the mind and inner space through the power of third eye. The stability, the higher truth from the inner space. Always go for the higher truth and from the inner space towards more and more making yourself from the restful awareness. Instead of adding more and more problems, when you go towards the cognition, powerful cognition and higher truths, you will be solving even the core of the problem, which solves many problems at once. And one directly sees the ultimate goal of having the vision beyond the sight. You start seeing the source of everything. Like how we understood the wood, the carpenter sees the wood, the jewel maker sees the gold, where they can take that and fix any of the furnitures or any of the wooden artifact that they are making. Same way, the jeweler, if he looks at the gold, he can fix anything. So when we start understanding the higher truth, the source of everything, going to the source of everything that we are, the existential reality that Swamiji said, Ikshura Shakti, using our powerful cognition will be a force, and anything can be rewritten and beautifully really manifested as we want, because we are the ones who have written unconsciously, which is leading us to problem. Now consciously, when we rewrite the whole thing with a powerful cognition, with the right listening, with the expression of deep love, understanding everybody is there to contribute to us, then everything happens in oneness. How the body part, one part is not fine, everything balances that part. Same way, if something is not fine, in deep love, everything is contributing, if you understand, and that deep love enriching that whole thing to manifest your reality. Simply your reality will start happening. It's a very powerful cognition that Swamiji has given, that once you understand, everything contributes to your life. And when you understand in deep love and enrich that part, simply that part will also function as the other parts and support you completely. If some part of your body is not fine, everything else enriches that part with deep love and care. And simply that part also starts functioning. That beautiful space, when we start experiencing, attaining the space of oneness with Paramashiva happens. So now we are going to go to the instruction for the today's manifesting power manifestation. Here we are going to do the GPS. We are going to just take two unknown places. Take Egypt to Delhi, and just through your third eye, when you visualize Swamiji in your third eye, simply he will show you the directions. Not just the direction, the Balasans goes to the extent of even telling the street, some of the street names, some of the main streets or the turnings that we need to do, they even used to write that. And the beautiful space they are in, anywhere you go, you'll never get lost when you have a Balasans with you. Simply they will draw the map for you and give it. Likewise, Swamiji, for whatever, whenever he goes anywhere, he is there for us to guide all the places. Exactly, not just the direction, but he will tell details of the temple, or to really such beautiful details and give us a real insight. So not just what the direction is, but the history and the whole happening of the temple also he would tell, which we Google and find out, then the whole thing we understand. So let's start the meditation for power manifestation. let's write down the places that you would like to find from the where to where, and let's sit straight with her head, neck and spine in a straight line. If you can sit in Padmasana and Samana Mudra, if you clasp your hands, it's Samana Mudra. It brings more awareness to your third eye. Whenever Swamiji's Satsang or Power Manifestation, if you can sit in Padmasana and Samana Mudra, that's wonderful. Otherwise, sit in whatever comfortable position you can. Visualize Swamiji in your third eye. Contemplate on these great truths. What powerful truths Swamiji is able to give in spite of what is happening. Even one person talks bad about us. 2 days, 3 days, we can't sleep. How can they tell this when I did not do that? That's exactly we will go. And how beautifully Swamiji is so compassionate, even if somebody is harassing him to this extent. So contemplate on these higher truths, how powerful space he has, what powerful cognition he gave, how being positive, life starts happening for you. Whenever you look at life as happening, it opens up to unfold. So contemplate on these great truths continuously and chant the Mahavakya like Ajapa Japa. Ajapa Japa goes in your throat even if you're not making the sound through your mouth. Constantly, the Ajapa Japa is running behind you. So chant the Ajapa Japa. Literally, your being vibrates with that, because that is the key to power manifestation. Falling in tune with the deep oneness and the beautiful oneness space with Paramashiva, the darshan we got today, the beautiful darshan. You can remember the darshan that Swamiji has given and the initiation. The deep devotion is nothing but a deep trust. When love matures, it grows into the trust. How a baby trusts the mother completely. Whatever it takes, it just believes that mother will take care. Ultimately, Swamiji is manifesting through you as Shaktis. So with a deep trust, connecting to Swamiji in oneness, chant the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
See yourself as 25-headed, 50-handed Paramashiva, as eternally 16, youthful. Commit with Paramashiva. Only he exists. Anything else is delusion. Now, sit straight. We'll enter into the process. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eye. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashivam overflow, manifest the power in all our third eye. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashivam overflow, manifest the power in all our third eye. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashivam overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashivam overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashivam overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Wonderful. Go ahead, verify in the Google Maps, whatever the Google Maps, you can see in that, and you can share it in the Kailash Kotyar Manifesting Power group. All the Leelas of Paramashiva, we are recording in the Kailash Kotyar Manifesting Power group. And when you share it from Kailash Kotyar Manifesting Power page. You can share it in this and take the page and share it. And thank you everybody who has shared it, because so many new people have thanked so much that they have found a new space of completion and such powerful cognition, solving many problems of their life because of this page. So thank you so much, whoever is sharing all the details. It's been awakening for so many people that there is a possibility for them in their life also. So Swamiji says, keep on contributing and enriching. This is the best, beautiful way to enrich. When they understand we are not stuck with a limited cognition, but when we connect to Swamiji, we can manifest our life, all the problems, health, wealth, job, finance, everything can be resolved with Swamiji's powerful cognition and Swamiji's initiation. So go ahead and share your powerful cognition and your power manifestation. If you can take a picture of it and post it, that's wonderful. The more the authentic it is, the more whoever the reader, they get connected so deeply. So go ahead and share it, and share with the world also, whoever your friends and family, and call them for Satsang. They will also enjoy Swamiji, beautiful darshan and beautiful diksha and the powerful cognitions. Swamiji has given so many ways to enrich the beautiful space of Gurukul that he's creating all over the world. The online Gurukul, the evening Gurukul, which happens every day evening, online and weekend Gurukul, happens once a week. And the kids can learn so much from all these powerful cognition when it's explained in their beautiful context, where a child understands in a simple language. So you can go ahead and register your kids. It's once a week, couple of hours, that's it. And kids learn so much from these powerful cognition when they come for the class and start manifesting their the beautiful powers of Paramashiva. And if you would like to contribute your time, being an Acharya or just gathering the kids for a couple of hours and experiencing the Gurukul, you can register as Acharya. And we have 200 centers all over the world. We'll get in touch with you and give you more details. We are all waiting for the greatest moment, the Paramashivoham program, where Swamiji says how he really believes Achavatara really is real. He is going to make us understand that space. We are learning how to be devotional, how to be a Hindu only from Swamiji, how to connect to the deity. Everything we are learning from Swamiji, and simply we are going to melt in oneness with Swamiji for 21 days. Don't miss this opportunity anytime. And this is conducted completely by Swamiji. Just become the intelligence. Go ahead and surrender. We manifest to Swamiji. Gives you. All these Swamiji gives us so many possibilities for us to manifest the greatest reality to live in the oneness with Paramashiva. So don't miss everyday satsang and power manifestations sessions. Let's surrender all these Shaktis to Swamiji's lotus feet. Whenever we manifest powers or any powerful cognition clicks, go ahead and surrender that to Swamiji's lotus feet to make it more and more powerful and become the intelligence in your system. With a deep gratitude and deep prayerful space, thanks Swamiji from the deepest heart, and ask Swamiji in the deep prayerful space to make all these cognition as powerful cognition as your reality. With that, let's sit straight, visualize Swamiji, and end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, each and every one of you. See you in the next power manifestation session. Nithyanandam.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.